Last time on Roll Gay Roleplay.
You wake up on a bed in a stark white room. You guys disappeared for a little bit there. Wherever you went, you came back. But the team after you didn't.
We are the local detectives and the local sleuths, and we are going on a mystery hunt. Let us go to this tavern and get some of these delectables.
We gotta go get drinks.
You walk in, the place is called the Prancing Horse.
Oh, did you guys see the horse?
I mean, me and this horse are down to party.
Trial applicants start coming in. You see 3 glasses being hurled in your direction.
Oh.
Benny would catch both of them, and Benny would take the 2 in her hands and slam them hard on the table so the other drinks spill. You could just go to a different table and we'll take this one over.
Come on, guys, let's go. This bar's trash anyway.
Cheers to the green team.
Welcome to Roll Gay Roleplay, a real gay, real play D&D podcast. I am your dungeon master, Kris.
I'm Tisha.
I am Jonathan.
And I'm Mark.
You sound so thrilled to be here.
You sound so thrilled to be called Mark.
Yeah.
You sound like Sadie or...
And I'm Mark.
Go back to ER.
Yeah, just go back to where yeah.
Before we get started with our topic, we have a couple shout outs. First of all, for the amazing artwork. Thank you so much, Lindsay, because it is freaking phenomenal.
Yes, Lindsay.
What's her Instagram?
Her Instagram is the expat gamer, all one word, THEEXPATGAMER, the expat gamer.
Yeah, and I would like to let it be known that she thought my character, Yves, is the best. So just... You got something to say, sis?
No, honey, I'm good.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you, Lindsay.
Lindsay and I are actually fighting because England is versus the U.S. in the Women's World Cup right now.
Are they playing right now?
Semifinals on Tuesday, tomorrow.
Okay, so I'll be at my friend's. Okay, I'm sorry, folk. Thank you also to Joe Barsanti, who is Kris's brother.
Thank you for the awesome music, dude.
We found you on Facebook.
Yeah. He hasn't texted me back in time to know what he wants me to plug, so I'm gonna assume it's his Instagram, and it's Joe Barsanti.
Can you spell it for the listeners?
XQB. No, he's.
I was about to say, bitch, what? Wait.
It's JoeBarsanti.
Oh, let me actually refollow him now, because he low key he's low key cute. Let me find him.
He's a little twink of a thing.
If he just ate a few sandwiches a day, I'd be into him.
Oh my god. That's so fucking horrible.
This is how we give shout outs.
All right, I'm following him as well.
Oh, he's in a chicken costume. Okay, so first of all, fineness points went up major.
Oh, his girlfriend is so pretty.
And I just realized that I gave a shout out to your brother.
Either way,
thanks,
you guys. Seriously,
yeah,
Thank
thanks,
you.
Lindsay and Joe. We hope you succeed in everything that you do. Amen.
Except for rooting for England.
Are you kind of like me, where you're just obsessed about your team? Because I'm a total I'm a diehard Cubs fan, and that's I'm not cool when they're not doing well, and I don't want to talk about the games when they're not doing well.
I get really pissy. I get really mad. If somebody starts talking shit about my team, if somebody starts talking shit about Bears or U.S. women's soccer, I get
Bears.
really fucking shitty.
Like Harry Gaiman Bears?
The Bears. Chicago Bears? The Bears?
Is that hockey?
Oh my god.
No, that's football.
Football, like European.
Oh my god. Just stop. Ah!
It's American football.
American.
Walter Payton, The Sweetness. I mean, legit. Jonathan, I think you'll be a fan of American football if you Google Walter Payton.
Wait, are we talking about American football or soccer?
Oh my god. Let's just do the question.
Yeah. What's our what is it now? Because now I'm.
Oh yeah, Walter Payton's daddy. He could choke me all day. Sorry, drag names. I'm not going first.
I think that mine would be VV Stitches.
Okay, first of all, here for this. Why?
So Stitches, I have a tattoo of Stitches, so that's why I picked Stitches. But Vivi was our tour guide for our honeymoon. And I remember her just always being like really put together and fabulous. And she always had like a great face on, even though it was like 100% humidity and 90-degree weather.
Ooh, so that you'd be like a pageant queen.
So she was like always flawless in the face. And she would like even say like, tomorrow I'm not going to have makeup on. You're not going to take pictures of me.
Oh.
And so I was really here for her. So it'd be Vivi Stitches.
So that's literally Eve. Literally Eve. What about you, Tisha?
I have never had any like true desire to do drag. Like I've gone to a lot of drag shows. I've, dated women who have done drag. But myself, I've never really had any desire to do it. But if I had to choose a drag name and I had somebody like do, all the work for me to make me look like I'm in drag, I would call myself Noah Johnson.
Okay, so there's a dick joke in there. Can you?
Yeah,
Noah Johnson.
Because Johnson.
And I have a name for Mark if he'll let me like think of a name for him.
Okay.
Just tell me what you think. Indica Shaft.
Wait.
That's so good.
Like I thought way more about Mark's drag name than I did my own.
Wow.
What is indica? Isn't that like?
It's a type of plant.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's like a mint or other green leafy plants.
Oh. Oh. Okay. Hi. Anyway, I have had interest in doing drag, but I would never because that's too much fucking work.
Real talk.
And I'm not trying to, and then like, no, real talk, I've been to like backstage drag rooms and it's stank. And no, ma'am. So anyway, but if I did go and become a drag queen, my drag name would be Chartreuse. And she'd be like Grace Jones, like Ebony Excellence, won't take shit, like kind of dominatrixy, like sharp features, never out of makeup, and like only wakes up for $10,000 a day. Like won't get out of bed for less than $10,000. Like that would be Chartreuse, like pageant queen to the fucking max.
Chartreuse.
So the only reference I know of chartreuse is a liquor. Is that it's just a liquor?
It's also a color.
It's a color. Okay.
What color is it?
Well, the liquor is greenish. It's like
Chartreuse is like a greenish, well, more so a yellowish color.
okay. I was going to say it's like you ate too much asparagus. Green.
Okay.
Anyway.
Ooh, it's a liquor too.
Oh, Mark, where the fuck have you been?
Oh, you're joining us. That's nice.
It's nice to have you back, sis.
Are you sticking with Indica Shaft?
So I did this quiz, and my name evidently is Marie Intervention.
That's cute.
Indica Shaft.
I'm not saying that I'm a little bit more clever than that quiz, but
Ooh. Tisha, you mentioned pickle shots last week, and Mark, I made us pickle shots.
Oh, fuck no.
yes.
You're going to have one with me because I've never had one before, and I want a partner in this.
No.
Just try it with me. I promise I love you.
No, you don't. Not enough. Ew.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Cheers.
And I throw it over my shoulder.
Oh, that's so gross.
So gross.
Yeah. I didn't
Was
take
it-
the shot.
That's so gross.
It's really gross.
No.
It's $1. What are you expecting? It's the PBR of shots.
It's the keystone of shots. Queen. Keystone.
It's the natural light of.
Oh, come on, Natty. Was it really that awful?
So, like, oh, it's not good.
I will 100% always do pickle shots because it's weird, but it does help. Like, if I drink too much, I get like a slight indigestion. But if I do pickle shots while I'm drinking, it completely clears it up. It's probably in my head. Who knows?
I feel like if I had a pickle shot at a, that was so gross. If I feel like if I had one at a bar, I might have enjoyed it. What type of pickle do they use typically?
Dill.
Okay, so I used bread and butter.
Ew.
Girl, what
the
the fuck?
What?
That's what I had.
You're canceled.
I didn't know.
No. That's disgusting.
Did I do it wrong?
Yes, you did it 100% wrong. How you can fuck up a pickle shot?
It's
I don't know,
beyond
but
me.
you did.
Like, girl, what?
Dill. This bitch used bread and butter.
Bread and butter pickles.
And pickle juice.
Like,
It was really bad. Why don't we play some D&D, huh?
yes.
So you all are waking up after a fun night of drinks. Hogom, I cannot imagine that your night didn't include a hangover the next morning.
Me and Edwin, you know.
I mean, you and the horse partied.
Do orcs get
Hard.
hangovers?
When they're drinking with the horse?
Did you get? So you are accepting this hangover?
Yeah.
Yves, so you took Captain Flint back to your quarters. Mm-hmm. Did he spend the night? Did he leave? How did that go?
He is currently tied with ripped bed sheets to the bedpost.
Still, like all night, you just kept him tied up?
Yep.
Okay. So the rooms you guys have are obviously separate rooms. What would you guys do to, like, are you guys meeting up in the morning? Was there some plan in place or?
I think that like Benny would know that Eve, not to bother Eve this early in the morning. So she probably goes and knocks on Hogom's door to see if he's up.
Hogum's not there.
Where'd Hogom end up?
In the fucking stable, didn't you?
I'm going to just tell you, Mark, you can't just shrug at me because it's a podcast.
Keep that.
So, all right. So Benny knocks on Hogom's door and Hogom doesn't answer. Benny, what do you do?
I open it.
All right. You open Hogom's door. Hogom, have you been in your room at all that night?
No.
All right. His room looks untouched.
So I think Benny would then go to Edwin's stable.
Perfect. Is Hogom there?
Yeah.
Hogom, how did you end your night?
So you can see that Edwin and Hogum are kind of like snuggled up in the hay. Because like they were obviously so drunk. They just ended up passing out.
So I see them both sleeping, and I just whisper, "Hey, Hogom, hey,
Benny.
hey, I'm gonna go to the market. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Okay. You think I can pet? Do you think I can pet Edwin?
Oh, yeah. Edwin's super cool.
Hey, Edwin. Oh, you're so pretty.
And Edwin holds a hoof out for you as if it was a high five.
Yeah. High five, Edwin. Cool, Edwin. You wanna come to the market with us?
He shakes his head and points to the bottle or to the bucket that is in the corner.
Okay, Edwin. You relax. Do you want us to bring you anything?
And then Edwin starts taking like meticulous notes and he gives you a list of things to no. He sighs and lays back down and goes to sleep just to
I think, hey, Hogom, I think we should probably get him something since he treated us so well to his bar.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, all right, cool. Let's go to the market, and we'll also ask some questions about, if anybody knows anything. I mean, I wanted to talk to you too, Hogom, about that room that we were in, and you turned purple, and me and Yves didn't turn purple, and nobody seems to know. That was apparently not supposed to be in the trial. I don't know if you knew that. And then you got something inside you that they had to remove.
Did I get probed?
I don't know. Did you get probed? Does it feel uncomfortable down there? Because that's how you would know. Trust me.
trust me.
But Benny was a bounty hunter for 3 years, so she ran into some interesting characters. That's for sure.
Okay, so Benny and Hogom make their way to the market. While that's happening, Yves, do you still have the captain tied up right now?
Yes, I have the captain tied up to the bed, and I slept on the floor and I wake up, and let's say I've been awake for an hour. So I've been awake for an hour, and the captain wakes up.
Oh, wow. That was a hell of a night, Yves.
I do declare that I do not understand what you are speaking of.
I don't remember much. Why am I tied up?
Well, we were about to get into the throes of some good passion, and unfortunately, sir, you blacked out before we could finish.
Oh,
Start, to be honest.
Can we start now?
Unfortunately, sir, I have much to do on this day. As a matter of fact, I was told a few things. Mr. Marcus Flint, while you are here tied up in this moment, can you tell me about yourself? Tell me about your past.
Well, I'm from a town not far from Tora, and I moved here when I was young. I started taking odd jobs and started realizing what I was good at, and I finally started working as a mercenary.
Okay. So yes, soldiers for hire.
Right. I started taking jobs from the guild. They noticed me and decided to put me in charge because I know what I'm doing. I guess they needed some changes. But I guess I don't know if I knew what I was doing last night because I'm currently tied up.
Well, Mr. Marcus Flint, you did pass out, unfortunately, and we were in the middle of great conversation where you were telling me what exactly it is that you do in the guild. Unfortunately, you blacked out before we could really get to the good fun.
Well, I'm the captain. I'm in charge of everything. Right now, my focus is getting the right people in the right positions. Our strongest out on the field, fighting, and people in the guild offices to keep things running. And I must say, Yves, you look real good for the guild.
You know who else looked really good, Mr. Marcus Flint? The gold team, Mr. Marcus Flint. What about them? Where are they? What's going on with them?
No, that's still a mystery, honestly. We probably should have stopped the trials after you disappeared, but we didn't think it would happen again. And they went through the first room. Frankly, you guys did it a lot faster than them. I'm not sure how, but it was quite impressive.
Call it beginner's luck.
Sure. Once the door opened, they crossed through, but they just never came back at all.
That is most peculiar, Mr. Marcus Flint.
One of the members of the gold team was part of the guild. She worked in our office. She was one of us.
Oh, someone that worked for the guild, Mr. Marcus. And who could that person be, Mr. Marcus Flint?
Her name was Maureen. She worked in the offices here. She kind of like Loxif, but she wanted some field time. She wanted to get her hands dirty. So we figured we'd put her through the trials. And could you loosen these? I'm really tight right now.
Yeah, he's tight.
I will gladly loosen these binds that bind you to this bed. As long as I just have one more question for you.
Yeah, sure. I mean,
Okay, and this question is, what exactly? Oh wait, how can I say this? That makes the most sense. Hold on. Fuck.
all right, let's go.
Okay, hold on. No, hold on. Wait. Shut the fuck up. And just one more question, Mr. Marcus Flynn. Were there any other members of the guild in this gold team?
No, it was just Maureen. No, honestly, we were surprised she wanted to. She's not your typical adventurer. She's quite small and frail. She's very word smart, just not very fighting smart. But we didn't see any harm in putting her through the trials. It was just another space to fill.
Okay, Mr. Marcus Flynn, I do believe that while we do have these trials that you are putting us through, I find them very questionable if we allow such people into these trials that come and go as they please. That also makes me question our loyalties and where they may lie. I will do you the favor of loosening both of your legs. I'm afraid, Mr. Marcus Flint, that the rest is up to you. Goodbye. So I wink at him, and then I bite my lip because, bitch, I just missed out on like a good night or a good morning. But like, he needs to know his place. So I leave, windblown and all.
Okay. Cool. So
I am going to go to the religious area.
okay, and off you go. Benny, you and Hogom are to the market. So this is the east side of the city. It's just outside the inner walls. The market overlooks a cliff that leads out to the sea. So there is like a little bit of like a salty smell to the air. There is a long, curved building made of stone with several entrances and shops. And there's a large courtyard in front of you. It is bustling. There are people going back and forth. Everyone seems to be moving like a little bit faster, talking a little bit louder. You hear haggling and chatting from all directions. And as you two reach the center of the marketplace, you see there's shops in the stone building. There are tented shops along the sides, along the perimeter of the marketplace. And one woman is just shouting to anybody that looks at her, just, Bucket! Bucket!
Oh my God.
Oh, hey, there's buckets there.
And there's a man in a tent next to them, next to this screaming woman. And he's got like slicked back hair, pointy nose. He looks devious looking, but you know that's a look. It's a look. And there's a shop. So this shop is in the stone corridor or the stone hallway, and it's all the statues in the window either have gigantic boobs or a gigantic penis.
Excuse me.
So there's a woman yelling, there's a weird-haired, weird-looking pointed-nosed guy, and there's a shop that has boobs and dicks. That's what it says across the top, boobs and dicks.
Hey, Benny, should we go in there? Sounds kind of interesting.
Yeah, let's check it out. We're gonna check out lots of places. Let's check it out. Yeah.
So you guys head into the shop in the stone building, the window full of odds and ends, boobs and dicks. As you enter, there is a large statue of Neptune that stands right in front of the door. Trident, no clothes, waves. The entire shop is elegantly cluttered. So there is just shelves and bookcases and roll top desks and things and odds and ends filled with stuff. There is a half-elf man on a ladder dusting things. And he turns as soon as you walk in and says, "Oh, hello. Welcome to our little shop full of odds and ends, things old and exotic, and not just talking about myself."
Oh, that's good. Yeah. No, we're just feeling around. I mean, looking around.
Feeling around? Oh, my dear. Now, let me come down and get a better look at you. I can figure out what you need. He climbs down his ladder, and he's all of about 4.5 feet tall. And he comes up to you, Hogom, and grabs your hands and says, "Oh, you're a big one, aren't you? Well, look at those arms. Oh, the armband. You must be part of the trials."
Yeah, we're part of the trials. We're the only ones that got through. Yeah.
My, that's impressive. You must meet my husband. Honey, we have guests in the store. And you see a human man come down the stairs in the back of the building, and he walks over and stands next to his husband and says, "Well, hello and goodbye. Unfortunately caught me when I'm leaving. Honey, I must go. Oh, pick up our next shipment, of course. Now, don't be long. I'll miss you, dear." And the human leans in, kisses his husband, and leaves the shop, and the half-elf turns to you and says, "Now, what is it that you are looking for? What can I interest you in? Would you like any coffee while you're here?"
No coffee for me, please. But I just anything particular cool in here that I should look at?
Oh, now let me take a look at you. Let's see. Oh, I know a wig. A wig will do you very nicely.
Oh,
Oh my, I never introduced myself. How rude of me. My name is Agador, and the handsome young man that just left was my husband, Laney.
Oh, hi, Agador. My name is Benny. I'm Mulan, so that's why I don't have any hair. It's what I'm comfortable with.
Oh, and you are doing the look very well. Maybe think of it more as a disguise, something you can go out and not be seen in.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I would really appreciate, because I think that sometimes I want to go out and you know do normal, like, you know, things. I'm just not good at it. So it would be really cool if you wanted to help me out there. I would appreciate that. And this is my friend Hogom. He's really awesome and very, like, down to earth.
Thanks, Benny.
Yes, and he's quite the specimen, too. My husband did just leave. Please do keep that in mind, young one. But what else can I assist you with? I'm sure you must be looking for something.
How about, do you have any information on Marcus Flint? Because I think that would probably, do for now, since he's technically our world, since we're applying to this guild.
Oh, the pretty idiot. Yes. I don't mean to talk poorly of the captain. I actually met him when he first came to town. The guild needs a strong leader, and Captain Flint is definitely strong. He's just not very smart.
Oh, okay. So basically you're saying that there's a possibility that if something funky is going on, that he's probably not the one in charge.
Something funky going on? My dear, whatever do you mean?
If you, like, help me out and, like, take me out, maybe we could have a girls' night.
Oh, an impromptu girls' night. I love the idea. I always have a bottle of wine waiting just in case. He runs around the counter and pulls out a bottle, uncorks it, and pours 3 glasses, brings them over to you and Hogom, and says, "Now, darling, dish. Now, darling, dish."
So there's like some weird stuff going on. Basically, like I said, we're the only ones that made it through the trial. Oh man, you won't tell anybody, right?
Oh, sweet child, you can't tell anything from girls' night, of course. Though my only request is that you leave your handsome friend with me when you leave.
Oh, so Benny would look at Hogom and like measure his like okayness with this.
What does he look like again?
Okay, vain. He's a shorter, stout, half-elf man. He's probably around like 150 years old.
Yeah, I ain't going for that. He's 19 years old.
Does Hogom recognize that Benny's trying to get information out of him?
Yes.
And this is the price to pay, even though you don't necessarily have to pay that price. We can get it and then leave.
Yeah. Oh, he knows what he's down for what you're doing.
Okay. It is so Benny would be trying to gather information on Marcus Flint because obviously she doesn't trust him. But I think she has super high intelligence. Like that's her highest whatever. So she would understand that there is possibly a face running the guild, but a different mind running the guild. And she wants to verify that it's probably not Marcus Flint running the guild.
Okay, persuasion check. Go for it.
Okay. Oh, come on. Not a 1. 12 plus persuasion is 8, 20.
Okay, yeah. So Agador says, well, now Marcus was a bit of a bad boy back when he was younger. He got into a rough crowd. He was always very easily influenced, but he seemed to have turned that around. He's changed his ways.
What do you think changed him? I mean, I have a mentor and religion now. What about Marcus?
Well, I believe his story is quite similar, my dear. He went off and found a higher calling, found himself a mentor, a better purpose, and came back donning a beautiful new religious necklace. It's a priceless little piece and looks great on him, too. I'm all for an accoutrement, after all. It can make a man so much more handsome.
Do you have any recommendations for me? I mean, to be prettier.
Well, just stand next to your half-orc friend here. He's not everyone's type.
Oh.
But let me see if I can find something that makes you feel prettier. How much gold do you have, Tisha?
That's what I was going to ask too, because I didn't fill that out. But I think that on D&D Beyond, which I don't have open because I felt like I was having internet issues earlier.
Where does it say that?
Oh, this is the new episode, isn't it? You guys are level 3 now.
Oh, shit.
Okay, first of all, that changes everything. Okay.
My bad doing it halfway through the episode.
Yay! Okay, thank God.
Oh, I have 15 hit points now, so phew. That cockroach in the corner isn't gonna kill me to death.
Hey, I heard that. Oh my God, look at that golden goodness. Oh, so I have 28,
Damn, Yves, you jumped up in hit points.
sure did.
You're beating Hogom now.
Fabulous.
I get a roguish archetype.
Oh, yeah. Oh, what is it for rogues? It's assassin, thief, or arcane trickster. I think you get one too, Hogom.
Where's that at?
I think that Benny either assassin, like she's super like, I don't know what I'm doing, but she's extremely deadly.
Okay, I'm here for that.
So with assassin, You have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in the combat yet.
Damn.
In addition, any hit you score against a creature that is surprised is a critical hit.
Okay, so I feel like that would be pretty good I think that would be pretty interesting for Benny, like how we're like building the character out. And then the other option was what? The
arcane trickster. So that's like they learn the art of enchantment and illusion. So they're pickpockets and mischief makers. They get to start casting spells at 3rd level.
I don't want Benny to cast spells.
Okay, so then assassin. Cool. Jonathan, what about Yves? What has changed for Yves in level 3?
So I get to choose an oath, which means if I break my oath, then I lose my powers.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm going for Oath of the Crown, which is like nobility and super like, hold on.
Hey, Tisha, did you gain like 1 hit point?
I went to 15 from 11.
Oh, okay.
I started, so I was at 7, and then I went to 11, and now I'm at 15. Yeah. So I'm incredibly deadly, but I'm extremely squishy. I'm the most squish. Whew. Please don't touch me.
Girl, we got you. Okay. And I'm doing the Oath of Vengeance. So, for the Oath of Vengeance, if I stray from this path, then I guess you got to give me like warnings like, hey, yo, bitch, you can't do that. So, mine is fight the greater evil. So if there's evil in front of me and like someone's about to die or some shit like that, I always choose to fight the bad guys. No mercy for the wicked. So I will always, no matter who begs, they're going to die, or they're going to face justice. By any means necessary, my qualms can't get in the way of exterminating my foes. Okay, so whatever's going on in my mind or my head or whatever shit's happening, like, I'm always going to kill the enemy. And restitution. If my foes wreak ruin on the world, it is because I failed to stop them. I must help those harmed by their misdeeds.
Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, cool. Hogom.
Ooh, I could do spells with this one. So I'm an Eldritch Knight. There's a lot of spells for this. Fireball, Featherfall. This is going to take some time.
Back at Boobs and Dicks, Agador has had a couple more glasses of wine and is now sitting on the counter with his feet dangling and says, "Oh, this has been fun, day drinking with such lovely people. My husband travels, collecting all the odds and ends and trinkets for the shop. It can be a lonely life for me, and I appreciate the company. I also appreciate any extended company you'd be willing to provide."
So I think that Benny's like getting to a point where she's feeling good about what she's doing, and as soon as she starts feeling good about like her capabilities of gathering information, she immediately feels self-conscious and needs Yves to make sure that she's making the right choices. We'll see you later. I'm not gonna leave. Hogom, do you mind like coming with me to find Yves, and then you can come back. Then you can come back. Is that okay, sir?
Let's go, Benny. Let's go for Yves.
"Oh, of course, my dears. Now, don't be a stranger." And he waves at you with both hands, but just with the fingers. Like, just the fingers are moving.
Bye.
So you guys make your way back towards the guild, towards the tavern, and you see Yves walking amongst the religious district, which is it's a good chunk of the middle part of town, and it has like 7 different churches in it. Of course, one of them being the Church of Yoncé. And you run into Yves.
Hey, Eve, hey, guess what? I wanna tell you something real quick, but hey, Eve.
Oh, I do declare you seem very flustered, Benny.
I think I did something good, and you let me know. And I don't know what we should do with it, but just so you know, so apparently, Marcus Flint, right? You talked to him yesterday. Remember last night? So he's not capable of pulling off any kind of whatever happened to us in the trials. So he's not capable of doing that because he's not the smartest. He's not the brightest crayon in the box.
I do declare, oh my hearts and stars. So what you are saying is that he is the puppet and someone else is pulling the strings.
That's what I would conclude. But I mean, it's up to you. This is what was told to me, and then I just basically tell him what happened. I met the guy in the shop that has known him for his whole life.
Right.
So clearly, Benny is like beside herself.
Mm-hmm.
So I see Benny and she's clearly excited. I'm like, hey girl. So I literally she's like frantic. So I just pick her up and I put her on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
And as I do that, I point to our church. Dear Benedetta, if you could look to the east, you can see that we have reached the promised land. And our Lord and Savior, Beyonce Knowles Carter West Jr., is just beyond these walls. And so I do believe that I will take time to meditate and single lady my way on through here this day.
That's a good idea.
And as an acolyte, I do believe that you should come with me.
All the single ladies, right?
All the single ladies.
Hogom, what are you doing while they're doing this?
Adding stuff to my character sheet.
Bitch.
Oh, okay. Sure. So you guys go to the Church of Yoncé, and what would you call somebody that runs one of the churches? Like, what's her title?
Ooh, that's good. Okay. So, Beyonce's mother, Tina. So, the head of the church would be called a Tina.
But wasn't her name Celestina? Like, isn't that her actual name, Celestine? But she goes by Tina?
Let's find out, because if it's Celestina, I'm so fucking here for that. Yes, Celestine.
So the Celestine of the Church of Yoncé steps out and does the sign of the blue ivy to you.
And Yoncé be with you, my sister.
And she says, Founder, we've had a break-in.
Oh, I do declare, please tell my hearts and stars, please tell me what has happened.
Last night, please come inside, please. And she ushers you in, and the three of you walk in, and you see a church that has been just fucking ransacked. Like, there are pews turned over, the altar is broken, there are shards and paint and just a mess everywhere. The Celestine says, I was asleep in my quarters, and I heard nothing, but I came downstairs this morning to find this.
And what is this? What is going on here? I do believe that in such a holy place as the Church of Yoncé, who could desecrate our holy church?
Our altar is broken. Our pews turned. I don't know what to think.
This is clearly the work of Michelle.
That bitch.
That bitch.
I called the guild this morning. They haven't come. I'm so glad to see you, Founder. Can you please look, the altar, our altar, it's broken.
Can I do an investigation check?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm gonna roll investigation as. Okay, so it's trash. And if I'm not mistaken, given who I am, there's probably gonna be a -1 in investigation.
Am I still on the shoulders?
Yes.
I mean, you can investigate too.
So I have a -1 at investigation, and I have a -1 at investigation, and so I rolled I have a 6. So I say I do declare that this is something of lesser of the Church of Yoncé. Please search and figure out what's going on. I must go and search for the paperwork if I need to do paperwork.
I rolled a 16 and I have a +3 for investigation.
Wow. Yeah. Hogom, are you just along for the ride at this point?
I think Hogom didn't come, right?
Are you still outside? What are you up to? You tell me.
Hogom is too hungover. Oh, they went into a church, didn't they? Mm-hmm. I mean, I want to say wait outside.
Okay. That's what Hogom does. That's cool. So Hogom is outside the door, so it doesn't matter what he does. But Benny, you investigate.
Silently, right? So, I mean, the whole time, like, just not saying anything.
Okay, sure. So you see that there is, you see pieces of the altar torn apart. It's a lot of things that you recognize, like you get that the altar's been beat up, but you notice that there's one piece of fabric that is not of the Church of Yoncé. It wouldn't be on an altar. It wouldn't be some type of offering or anything. It's a gold fabric, and it has a silver part out of the corner.
So, I mean, basically, I'm just chilling on the shoulders. I see this. What I would do is I would like kind of tap Yves on the shoulder a little bit, and I would just point to that piece of fabric.
Oh, I do declare. What is this over here? Celestine, follow me, please.
Yes, of course.
So she follows me, and we pick up this fabric. What is this? What is the origin of this fabric?
My founder, that is not of the Church of Yoncé. That fabric is much too inexpensive, and we would never have that here.
Oh, Yoncé be with you. I am so glad that we have a true leader of this church and this fine kingdom that we are in. I do declare, if you could leave for just a quick second, I must speak to my acolyte.
Of course, founder. And she walks away.
Benny, what do you think is going on here?
I'm not quite sure. It looks like somebody's trying to infiltrate our church. And this piece of fabric has something to do with it.
Can we roll a
I think passively, you both recognize that the fabric is very similar to the armbands that you have. The silver piece on the gold fabric that you see matches up to a shield that you have on your armbands.
So, hey, Ben, Eve, it looks like our armband, but just the gold team's version of our armband. And weren't they stuck somewhere? Haven't we never met them? How did they get in the church if they're stuck in the trials?
My dear Benedetta, I do believe that the gold team may have been up to something. If we could further inquire, do you think that we should bring this to Locksif or to Marcus Flint?
Whew. Oh goodness. I do have this. So just to fill you in. So I talked to Locksif last night, and he gave me the speaking stone, so I can like check in with him if we find anything like weird, because he thinks that we should trust him and not Marcus. he said that Marcus is kind of a bad guy.
Now, you also have to remember that we both met these two at the same time. So how trustworthy do you believe this Locksif is?
Well, I mean, he said a lot of things that I agree with. That's for sure. But I think that sometimes people say things that they know that you'll agree with.
I was to say, the serpents of Michelle have a slippery and silver tongue, so we must be wary of all of our encounters.
So I think that this totally, though, like what Yves just said, goes completely against what everything Benny believes.
So what do you guys do with the knowledge then?
So I believe Locksif, and I think that Marcus Flint is a bad guy, but I also think that I was talking to that guy at the store that's going to help me look pretty. He said that there's somebody that's controlling. There's somebody that's probably controlling Marcus Flint, and it has to do with that necklace. Did you see what his necklace looked like? When you were like.
Oh, that is not a here and there, and that is none of your business, madam.
Did you recognize his necklace when you were interrogating him last night?
Did I recognize his necklace? DM, is it possible that we can do like a check, like a history check?
Absolutely.
I got plus my history. I got an 18.
Yves, you recognize it, and this is appropriate. Yves, you recognize it as a fashion piece. It's about 3 years old. It's a little outdated.
Oh dear.
It's a knockoff.
Oh dear.
That's another thing you notice. It's not even real. Like, you remember looking at it and going, oh, that's cheap. He probably paid a lot of money for it. Maybe he knew it was a knockoff, but he probably didn't because, it's Marcus.
And I'm going to retain that information for myself.
Cool. So Benny asks you if you know anything about the necklace, and your answer is...
Unfortunately, my dear, I do not know anything about this necklace, but if I do find something else about it, I will definitely let you know. Just know that our sweet Marcus Flint, as beautiful as he may be, he is definitely questionable.
Okay. Let's go talk to Hogom. Because like we have to make a decision as a team. What we decide to do, because I have this speaking stone, and I think that my vote is that we tell Locksif that we found something. Somebody's trying to break into our church, and they're wearing the same armband as us, but they're supposed to be lost in the trials.
I like the way you think, Miss Benedetta.
You guys join Hogom outside, and go ahead.
All right, so basically, we explain to Hogom, so hey, Locksif gave us, number one, I'm going to put in there that Locksif gave us an advantage in the trials. And he gave me this speaking stone, told us not to trust Marcus Flynn. The guy in the market told us that Marcus Flint was really not very smart and is just a pretty face. And we found this, the gold armband of the team that is supposedly lost in the trials. Do we use the speaking stone and talk to Locksif and tell him what's going on? That's what Benny and Yves just explained to Hogom.
Yeah, Benny, I would totally want to talk to Locksif on that one for sure.
Okay, what do you think? What do you think, Yves?
I will follow along for this pursuit.
Okay, all right. So I'm gonna use this speaking stone, and I like rub it between my fingers a couple times, not knowing how to activate it.
So, fun fact about the speaking stone: you're allowed 10 words per day. So, what do you say to Locksif in 10 words to explain what's happening?
I would say gold team paraphernalia in church. Are they back? I mean, that's only 8 words.
Do you want to use the other 2 or just leave it?
You're pretty.
Stumbleduck.
I love Stumbleduck, and I say it a lot more often than I should in the real world. Okay, so Loxif receives your message. Like, you see red, and he responds in 10 words. Okay, so Loxif responds with team not found. Will come soon. And I have 4 words left. Just stay safe. Trisket.
I can't.
Do you guys just hang out there until he gets there?
Hey guys, so I know that we're the only ones that we can trust, and we're putting some trust into Loxif, and who are the real bad guys, right? What do you guys want to do? Do you want me to talk to Loxif since I'm the one that gave him this, and then you guys stay on the side just in case something bad happens?
I do declare that Hogom should find a stealthy spot to keep himself out of sight. And I can't be missed. So I will stand behind you several feet away so that you are able to speak without having my pressing appearance upon you.
Okay. Yeah, I'd feel comfortable with that.
Okay, so describe where you guys are at again. I'm sorry, I'm trying to follow.
So from my perspective and what I'm picturing is that we're on the steps right outside the church because that's where we had left Hogom. And then we came to meet Hogom. So we're all on the steps outside this church. Maybe I'm on the bottom. Maybe Yves stays on the steps and I'm down at the bottom of the stairway. Even with the sidewalk. Sure. And Hogom just goes and finds a fountain to hide behind.
Okay, cool. As you all are in position, I guess, you see Loxif, and he sees you, Benny, and he waves. And I think that's where we're going to cut this episode.
I'm here for this.
So I'm Kris. I'm your DM. You can find me on Twitter at Kris the DM, and it's Kris with a K.
And I'm Tisha. You can find me at the number 1 Tish. That's T as in Tom, I, S as in Sam, H as in Henry. The number 1 on Instagram.
Hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm also drunk now. And you can find me at Instagram at JE_Washington.
Instaglam,
you're right. Mark.
What am I doing?
Saying your goodbye. Do your outro.
Okay. Bye, y'all. You can find me on Twitter at Hogom Mogogol.
Oh my
Not
God.
your name.
Oh my God. Hogan Mogogol.
Mogogol.
Mogogol. Mogogol. Oh my God. Yeah.
If you can find him, you can follow him, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Bye.
Bye.